Hello, hello, folks. Welcome back. We are back. So, it's been almost a week, right? It's been a while, but we've been busy. We've been taking a deep look at what we built before and how we're going to proceed from here. And it turns out that there's a couple of things that we still need to change, actually. So, we need to undo just a tiny little bit of what we did last time in order to make this work even better than it did before. So perhaps just to recap where we were last time, we built a few items that are available for translations, like for instance an apostille or a school leaving certificate. Let's use the school leaving certificate as an example. And we had a radio button in here where you can choose you want a school leaving certificate, but you want it with no apostille, or you want a school leaving certificate and an apostille is enclosed, which is going to make this a little bit more expensive because it's already being delivered to the translator to translate alongside. And one of the problems that would come up this way is that we found that with these checkboxes, there's no way to unselect them, right? So it would be kind of clunky to just add a third checkbox that says no, nothing, nothing. So that's one of the reasons we're gonna go a different route here. There's a couple of other things that we realized are gonna give us trouble further down the road. Perhaps Anya, you want to quickly say a few things more about that?
Yeah, not too much, but
Yeah.
we are gonna have more options later, and
Mhm.
we're gonna need this field also to have conditions. And like Matt said, it's a bit clunky to have like own option that says I don't want this. So you're gonna see what we do, and I think it's a better way, and it's also the way that the old form went. So
That's right.
it's not gonna be that much different.
Indeed, indeed. So we are going to jump right into that. This is the build from day one, so it's still up, but we're not going to use it anymore because I made a copy of it. And this is day 2. So first thing we're going to do just while we're here in Bricksforge Pro Forms is we're going to delete this radio thing. So the whole apostille thing that we had is going to go. The rest is actually fine. But we need to do changes in ACF. So we go here. No, we don't. Matomo and ACF is like, oh, yeah, they look very different. Clearly, there's no way to confuse them. We're gonna make a new field group. We're just gonna trash the old stuff, right? So it doesn't.
No, you can use that.
Yeah,
Why
should we
not
just
use
get
it?
rid of part of what's in
Yeah.
there? Actually, yeah, you know what? Yeah, we are going to reuse that. So forget what I said. We're nothing to see here. We're gonna reuse that for one reason actually. If we trash it, I think that if we delete the fields, the stuff that's in the database already is still going to be in the database, like
Yeah.
the field names and the values and all that.
But
And
I think still, even if you delete something like base price and you had a value in it somewhere, it's still going to be in the database.
that's
So
right. Okay.
it's I don't know how to clean that up. Maybe
Well,
someone else knows.
I actually thought about that the other day. I like, yeah, perhaps somebody knows if you're watching this and you know how to just get rid of leftovers in the database from experimenting with ACF and just deleting fields that you had already populated with content. That would be nice. Perhaps
Yeah.
there's a switch somewhere. And then, of course, the other way is just to use a crowbar. You use PHP or whatever SQL editor, and you go in and you just find them and delete them.
If you have a lot of time, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Which I don't. So we know we're not no longer gonna need the base price thing, right? That was just a helper
Yes.
that we use to put in, hey, a
That we
driver's
thought
license
it was.
costs $25 to begin with, right? But we're no longer gonna need that. So I'm deleting it. Additional options is something, yes, that we're going to keep using. And we're gonna delete the price for apostille, and we're gonna add another repeater. I'm going to call that repeater default options. Just see, and yeah, it's going to be en. That's it. Just to make a quick detour into language territory. I mean, in the end, these are going to have to be in different languages as well, right? So we have some ideas on how we're gonna pull that off at the end, but they're still not entirely thought out.
Yeah, because you don't want to use like a translation plugin.
No,
You're probably gonna have to duplicate field groups, and forms. So
I'm thinking that's probably what's
I
going
don't
to need to
have.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
So
see
that's why I
later.
think it's either way it's prudent to have this en prefix in the field names. And we are going to add, so this is all fine, right? Layout is only for the backend anyway. We are going to add a field, and we're going to call it, it's a text field. We're going to call it title or
Option name, whatever. Yeah, it's just for you.
option title. So default option title, right? That's the field name. Default value doesn't matter, and none of the rest matters for now. And we're going to add another field that's going to be the number field. By the way, man, like this is still, we're still at a point, and I'm still at a point where I'm like, oh, I'm slowly starting to get it.
I gotcha.
Repeaters, yes, they're awesome, yes, but I'm still wonky. Like sometimes I still get confused about using repeaters, which I'm sure if most of you who are watching this are going to be like, what the hell, Matt? We've been using repeaters for 10 years. What are you doing? Where have you been? So this is going to be the option price. Field name, default option price, and for fuck's sake, I forgot to name it en.
No, you
Default.
don't have to because you named the repeater. That
Oh, I
should
named
be
the repeater. Never
enough.
mind. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And we're going to save. Now the default options should be in front of the additional options, right?
Yeah.
So just to make this easier for the user, we're going to add some presentation instructions. So I'm going to pause for a second.
Is anyone else annoyed by the way that the presentation is? I usually make like the price like 20% wide and the rest 80 or 70/30. But you always have to go there. I would love
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
that like visually be able to see in the fields group or in this repeater group how wide I made the fields, because that's a lot of going back and forth for
It's
me.
true. Yeah,
I
it's
usually
there's
use
some parts of the ACF UI that I feel are still a bit clunky and could be done much better.
so it's just
Okay.
it's not just me.
Yeah. It's not, yeah, at least it's two of us. So for the default options, you would just say in this, we just added an instruction in this field group. You can add the basic translation options, no apostille included or apostille included. You may add more options in the future as needed. So that's the beauty of this repeater. So if ever there's any default options that are really in the future, something comes up, Natalia comes to me and she says, hey, every translation now has an additional default option that you can choose for this, for every translation. Then we can use this repeater to add it to all of them. So that's nice. So we gave it a button label, add option, and then the instructions. And now let's do the same thing for the additional options. Okay, so for this one, I just added the instructions. Some translation items have additional options. For instance, the divorce decree can be 1, 2, or 3 pages long. Add these here. And for the button label, add special options. So now let's look at what this is going to look like in the actual items. So we have school leaving certificate. Default options. We're going to add the option no apostille included. Anya, would you mind
Yeah,
looking up the...
I'm on the way. I know
And
what you
we're
want.
going to do that for this one. Add option, no apostille included. Add option, no apostille included. So
was
that's just one part here where we do have to do some manual labor. For everyone, we need to add no apostille included. There's this copy and pasting involved here. It violates dry rules. We don't have a better way to do that. We haven't come up with a better way to do this. So that's the first
but
option.
makes
Second,
it more flexible anyway.
I think, yeah, in the end, it gives us more flexibility. So Wonderful. So now we go into Bricks. Bricks makes us happy. Bricks is our friend. Bricks is so wonderful. Yeah, I mean, we're filtering by items. Okay, so this is really
It's
not
just a
rocket
loop,
science.
just like you would loop like posts.
That's right. Exactly.
Or,
We're looping
but inside the
through the
form,
items. So if ever
which
there's
is
another
magic.
item, it is going to show up. So we have the item name, we have the description. So that stuff stays as it was. Now we're going to add a new field here, and it's going to be a select, isn't it?
Yes.
So select default options. That's what it's going to be called. And we're going to give it the custom ID def options underscore post slug.
And this is very important. If you loop
This is very important.
things,
We've shot ourselves in the foot a few times, because what you want to happen is that every one of these, the fields in every item that shows up on the front end need to have unique IDs, right? You don't want to have the same ID, because then, yeah, if field IDs repeat throughout your form, you can't do calculations. You can't use them as flags, as variables when you make the email template. So always have dev options, and then you have a piece of dynamic data that is added to that custom ID.
you could also use the ID, of course, but makes
That's
it
right.
easier to
Yeah.
readable.
Yeah. And then we call this basic options. There's probably something better that we could think of. We want to show the label, context doesn't matter, whatever, 100%. Yeah, this is all hunky-dory. We open this, we go to the option, and we loop that.
I think we we had the empty option first. Oh no, that was an option in the main field wrapper, right? Can you go back to the field, the one
Which
on
field?
top, the mother? No,
The
the dev
mother,
options mother,
the
not the
dev
item.
options
Yes, I think there was something that is in the drop down when you have nothing. Placeholder.
or
There it is.
placeholder. Yeah, right.
Forgot the word.
Choose an option. Yeah, I remember what you said.
Yeah, you always need because we
Choose your
use
destiny.
this field for the next steps for conditions,
Right,
and we say if something is selected in this field,
right.
that's why we need some kind of non-selected version
That's right.
status. Now we
So now
loop.
we loop this. Obviously, I'm putting placeholder nonsense in there. I still need to do some thinking about how, like, what the nicest way to label these is going to be
Good
on the
thing
front end.
is you're looping, so you only have to do it once.
Yeah, we're looping, and this is, I mean,
Magic.
this is so convenient. It's just ACF repeat. Wait, where's the ACF repeater for? Oh, we should have refreshed.
There it is.
There it is. Okay. Option, loop, and we're looping through the default options. And this is where the magic happens. We go to general. The label for this option is going to be additional options, default options, default option title. Right. And the value is going to be that too. Then the calculation value is going to be default option price. And now if we look at the front end, choose your destiny. Apostille request, yes, of course. That makes sense,
Yeah,
because we're
this
looking at this.
Apostille is really annoying and the top because it's the only one that doesn't have
Yeah, and it
those
always
options.
throws us off. It's like,
You
no, we
always
did
think,
it wrong.
oh no.
No apostille included. Apostille included. Hunky dory.
Well, that works.
So the next thing we do is we start with the calculation field, because calculations are a lot of fun for somebody like me who studied German and English.
Yeah.
Calculation.
Me too.
So
Biology.
item total. You studied biology?
No, I didn't. That was my our what do you call it? Leistungsfächer. German,
Oh yeah, right.
English, biology, and I studied English and
Oh, there you go.
sociology, or what you call it.
Yeah, so we're both great mathematicians.
Yes.
So
I love
this
it.
is going to be item en item total, not underscores, dash
I wouldn't
item.
name it EN because that's
Oh yeah, no, of course.
just yeah.
Thank you. And then it's going to be the post slug, and the label is
And
going to
maybe
be
underscore.
Subtotal.
I don't want to correct you all the time, but I was gonna be a teacher also, so
There you go.
yeah, you know why.
This is good. This is good. And there's nothing else we need to do here except now we need to put in our variables. So the first, remember what we called this? Oh, who cares?
Nah.
Let's just get it here. So dev options. And we've made it a habit to just spam the Control C 7 times because you press Control C and then you realize that the computer didn't get it.
Hmm.
So we name this variable
Base or that I like that the way that works here, that you can create variables first and then do the calculation. I
Yeah,
know the
it
different
makes things
ways
really, really
in
convenient
other form tools where you have to always work with the field
with the
names
actual
and
thing.
stuff. Yeah. So I like this.
Okay, and now another thing that is really cool about Bricksforge, you can just say, I want this to be a currency format. So now I save, and
Magic.
assuming we
I
did it
hope.
correctly. See, it just
Looks
tells
good.
you that this costs 0.00 or a comma because we're in Germany. It recognizes that WordPress is set to German. So even though in the back end, which I closed, we entered like, okay, let me show you this. In here, right, for the school leaving certificate, we entered 21.65 because that's the language that ACF speaks. We need to use a point as a decimal separator. Pro Forms is just taking the currency format from WordPress's settings. So I want an apostille. No apostille included means, wait a minute. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. So
that's good.
the school leaving certificate costs $20. And then I guess I can put a euro sign in here with some CSS as with a
Yeah, that's
before. I think I'm just going to put it before.
cosmetics.
That's cosmetics. That's right. There's no, I think we can use, you can use JavaScript, right, to just put a euro after
Can't you
that.
just add, I don't know if you can add like strings into the calculation. I don't think so.
I'm afraid not. No. That's
But doesn't it have a
Daniele, if you're
prefix?
watching.
Look if it has a prefix or
I don't think it does. No.
or something.
Let's see.
I'm not sure. Maybe down there.
What if I?
Yeah, that's. I thought maybe that would. No, doesn't look good.
Nope. CSS class. And
Maybe you can add it with the class or before and after stuff.
You know
Whatever.
what? Why not? Currency. So I'm gonna give this a class of currency.
But I wouldn't bother with that now.
Okay, yeah. I don't know.
But
You know what? Yeah. Let's build some other stuff. Let's build some other stuff, and then at the end of if at the end of this day, and if in 15 minutes we're done with the other shit, then we're gonna spend some
then
time
you
on
can
this.
do your
Do some
your
tinkering.
currency.
Yeah, my play time. So I want an apostille, cost me 35.70. Then this costs me 20. So we see this works, right? We have witnesses, okay? People saw it working. So there's no denying it now. Why is this $40? Divorce decree is $40?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay.
I don't
Good.
know why.
I mean, divorces are expensive.
We know that. Yeah.
Okay. So the next, what else do we need? Okay, yeah, I need to open. I should have opened the Fig Jam. Okay, we're back. So single item, we did just the apostille options, so the basic options, right? Okay, now we want to have a field that says how many of them, how urgent is it, then special options, that's like whatever for the divorce decree, 3 pages long, and then an upload field. So today I want to put this one, and this one in. So that's the goal. We have doobie-doo. We go to item. We said, what did we say? How many? Did we say how many? Was that it?
Yeah, I think it was a select also.
So it's a number. No, it wasn't. We said drop down,
Select.
right? Select. Thank you.
I always search for drop down and
Yeah, me too. So we put this here. Yes. Close this. How many? How many underscore post slug? Again, we learned the hard way. How many?
You can use a post title in there, I think, if you want. How many school living certificates do you
I
need?
thought that too, but
But
it's
yeah,
the plural that's going to break our necks. That's
yes.
why I hesitated there for a second. So the value is going to be the value is going to
Pick the lucky number. Oh no, we can skip the placeholder, I think, because one can be default here,
true.
right?
One can be default.
And then
So we don't need a placeholder, but we need options.
options.
We need not nestable. We just want to do the static, and we just add 10 items. Value is going to be 1. Oh, come on. So, if we were, for shits and giggles, let's do it. 1, post title, 1, right? That's the value. And no, wait, the other way around. The label is going to be 1, apostille, and this is going to be 1, okay? And then now we do this 10 times. Okay, so here's 10 whatever post title thingies. And we go here, F5.
Are you recording?
Yes, I'm recording. Oh my God, you just scared me.
I just,
Oh, that would have blown. Okay, how many of these do you need? 1 time. So, 9 times apostille, please. Bring them. So, but, so this is going to be in conditional field, right? Because you saw what just happened, right? Like, if this says choose your destiny, then it doesn't matter here, right? So, we want to have all of these fields shouldn't even display until somebody says, yeah, this is requested, right? And same here, right? So it's not going to have any impact, but now it has an impact. So
and
an
the calculation was
yeah, of course, the calculation we still need to fix that. So let's build another field, and then we do the calculation. So we can see that it works. We just saw that. Everybody's our witness, including your favorite deity. So what was the next thing? How urgent is it, right?
how urgent, yes.
So
1
the
week
urgent is
or
going to
1
be
day.
is just going to be a
Radio?
radio, right? Yeah, I was just going to say that. Radio. Of course I was going
I'm
to say
just
that.
saying stuff so I don't get to just watch you work.
That's good. That's good. Come on. Hello? Oh, I just put it in there, didn't I? Yeah. Urgency. Normal. And
Express.
fire. So, urgency. How urgent is it? We need a thing. Urgency. We always need a thing. Post select. So it has to have a custom ID. Now we need the label just regular. I think it says 1 week in the original, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one says next day. And the calculation value is 2, right? And the calculation value is 1.
Yeah, and
because
maybe
we're using times 2 or times 1.
change the value also because it's easier in the regular value. I think that's the stuff that's going to be in the summary and in the email. So
I just thought
good.
I forgot something. We forgot something, didn't we? Yeah, we forgot something. This one needs to be selected.
Oh yes.
This one needs to be checked by default.
For the calculation to work, and you have to have one of those selected.
One of those selected by default. Okay. So now the special options, we're going to do them last. Now we can put in here our another thing that messed with us is one time we forgot the semicolon and it broke the calculations. So we have how many. Also, one time we had a variable with a dash in it. That didn't work.
Yeah.
Equals. See? There. And then we have urgency equals semicolon. So how many? We get the title. Where is it? Here.
And that is something that Daniela added, I think, because I asked him how
Yeah, he
to do
put that
it,
in for us.
and he said it's not in the AT yet, in the Bricksforge. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's not in there yet,
Sorry,
but
Maxime.
he put it in like in 10 minutes, and so that was really great to see that this was that he listened to what we needed.
Yeah.
And
So big
he
shout out
also
to
added
Daniela.
wildcards because of us, I think. That's going to be later when we have the final total. That's going to go through all those little subtotals and add them together. And I think that's also something he added because of us.
Right, yeah.
Not to brag, but
Yeah. We are important. This
he
is
did.
what we're saying. So if I thought we had a plus in there somewhere, didn't we? When we practiced this?
Yes, let me think.
Defaults times how
Oh,
many?
the additional options.
Yeah, those are plus. Yeah. Okay, so let's first see if this works or if we already messed it up. So we want to have, we do want to have an Apostille. We want to have 3 of them. That's $107.
Good.
Is that right?
And then, yeah.
That's right.
And now
Good, good, good.
double the
Then we
price.
want to have it the next day. So
Yes.
that doubles the price. So
Looks
that sounds good. Even though these are really odd numbers. So let's try this again. No Apostille included is $20. Hey, now we're talking. Now my German study brain can do this. $40. Now it should be $80. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Looks good.
Good, good, good. So now we need another repeater. And the repeater is going to be inside a...
Select.
It's going to be a select again. Right, yeah, of course. So Control-Shift-E, select. Why does this always reset to... I want it to be like this.
Don't
Maxime,
ask.
if you're watching, we're just little babies calling for our mom. So, Maxime, fix it.
Can someone
Make
please?
it go away. Special options. This one was just called dev options, right? So this is going to be Spec Ops. Spec Ops The Line, by the way, is a really good game.
Special ops.
Spec options underscore slug.
Copy it.
Yeah. Good idea. Oops.
That happens all the time.
That could have gone better. Now we go in here. We have an option. We loop the option. Kawiri loop. And this time we're looping additional options. And so we introduced a bit of confusion here, quite honestly, because originally when we set up the ACF field, we called them additional options. So now for consistency, I think we should rename them to special options, the ACF fields. But if we do, then all the values we put in are gone because they're in the database. They're linked to the field name additional options. So we're stuck now. But I think you're following. I hope. So the label is going to be additional options title. Stop me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you know I will.
Exactly. Calculation value, option price. Bada bing, bada boom, I think. We need to have a choose thing.
Yes.
We need to have a label. That's a good idea. It's always. And then I guess we can put this in a conditional wrapper later, right? And then just say, display this only if post title includes school leaving, comma.
No, I would even go. I think it should work if you have. There's a bricks condition. I don't know if that works inside of the form, but there's a bricks we could try it now. Let's try it.
No, wait, it has conditions here.
No, that's that's something.
Oh, those
that
are
you also
conditions
have
inside
to,
Pro Forms, right?
Yeah,
They're
you
just
have to
inside.
wrap your mind around. It's different than the bricks conditions, and you could add a bricks condition.
Why is this like 2 burger buns?
Don't ask me.
There has to be some better.
Okay, and now we're looking for
post title, right?
Count. Look for count.
Count?
No. Look for count.
Really?
Just search. I have to. Yeah. No.
Oh shit.
Then... There
No,
you
wait,
go.
but it's not. It shouldn't.
Then look for dynamic data. I'm not sure out of my head what it is. Let me
Really?
check.
Dynamic data?
You can have a condition that looks if a loop or if if a loop has items, and if it doesn't show. So we're looking for. Let me. It's not in my brain right now.
Yeah, Anya, I have
I
no
will
idea what
find.
you're talking about.
Yes, I will find out. Let me
Okay.
maybe hit the pause button.
Yeah, we can edit
While
it
I
out
Google
later.
it.
I'm gonna edit it out. Okay, we're back. So we did a bunch of things. It took what 15 minutes. We just spent the last 15 minutes tinkering with this stuff. So what we got a really nice result. So we know that the apostille has no special options, right? Like the apostille is just like you pick one or you don't pick one. And then, but the school leaving certificate does have special options. So in this case, the special options field exists because we can see it includes an attachment or it doesn't, right? The same thing for the divorce decree. You can have special options 1, 2, or 3 pages, right? By the way, we need to add a 1-page option in ACF.
No, the 1 page is the default. So
it is, but it's kind of confusing. I think
yeah, you might change the wording. Maybe add 1 page to the basic options so it's clear. Like
yeah. Okay,
tell them
that's a different story.
basic is one, whatever.
Different story.
It's just a wording thing.
Yeah, it's just wording. So we can see that this field only appears when special options exist. How did we do this? So we went to the spec options here, right? And these have just conditional logic from Bricks. This is not even Proform special logic or anything like that.
It works with any loop.
It works with any loop, right?
To anything.
Because you can see, like in here, like this option is a loop. It has a loop, right? It's the query loop, and the query loop is we wanna run through the ACF repeater's additional options. So if this ACF repeater is empty, if there's no special options, then we don't want this to appear. So what we need is the ID, this TUE PCK part of the ID. We need that. And now we go to the special options conditional logic and say the condition is dynamic data. The dynamic data is query results count. So we want to know how many results does the query of the field TUE PCK get. And if it's larger than 0, then this appears. Does that make sense? Like if there's more than 0 options, if this query gets us more than 0 results, then the thing appears. So hallelujah, it's magic. Okay. Now the last thing we need to do for today is just put the item total, fix up the item total, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need, where is it? General. Let's look at what we have. We have defaults times how many times urgency. We want defaults plus, right? Plus options, special options, plus specials, times how many, times urgency.
I think, wait, there's something defaults plus special. I think you can skip the one of the brackets, but go ahead and put in the field name first. And don't forget the semicolon.
Oh God, thank you.
And now I think you can lose one of the brackets because defaults for specials. Yes, lose one of the first bracket, and then the one after how many, right? No, I think
I believe so. Yes.
We will see.
Okay, let's do something with simple numbers. Choose your destiny. We want no apostille. That's 20.
Something's wrong. Please
yeah,
fill
something's
in
clearly wrong. Wait, it's just gone. Please fill in all fields. What do you mean?
That might be the problem with
Oh.
yeah, that might be the go to the divorce decree, please, or something that has additional options. See, that works.
Oh.
And that's one of the things that I learned also, that something
You can't put the specials in the formula if the specials don't exist.
if they're not there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you find a solution for that?
No.
Okay.
And we have to, yeah, we have to see. Maybe you could, we'll have to think about that.
We'll have to
Because
think about
the
that.
field is not there, so it's not sending a value to the calculation. I didn't try that before, but now we learn about it.
So we just learned
So,
something. We just learned that we have to do some more learning.
yes.
But just for shits and giggles. So we have $20. We want 2 of them. That's $40. We want it the next day. That's $80. And we have special options. It does include an attachment. It's $166.60. So that's nice.
Is that attachments?
I
that
don't know. Let's try
yeah.
again here. This is $40.
Maybe start with the attachment, then it's easier, I think.
Yeah, whatever. No, this is gonna make it easy. 2 times divorce decree. No, let's do one. So
Yeah.
but it's 2
Now
pages long, so that's $70.
Yeah.
And then we want 2 of them, that's $140. And then we want it the next day, and it should be $280. So
yeah, looks good.
yes, our calculation field works, and I think this is where we can make the cut for today.
Yeah, maybe remove the bricks condition so we don't forget, because it's not working. The one
broken
with,
condition, yeah.
yeah. I'll have to think about that.
Yeah, we'll do some.
Because I think
thinking.
bricks, if you have a condition in bricks, it really removes the field from the code, right? It might be completely gone from the code. We would have to
That's
check the DOM.
yeah, from the DOM, yeah.
But I think if it's not there, of course, can't work. But if it's just CSS hidden, you could try that. Maybe just hide it via CSS.
You just
and
do
then
code display none. Yeah.
We'll do it next time. But it works now.
Next time.
This version is working.
That's the takeaway here. We just did something that worked.
Don't touch it anymore.
Yeah, let's just not touch it. All right, guys, we're out. Thank you very much for watching. We look forward to more. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.